Substance. Oh my God.
The Substance. Whoa. Whoa.
Starring Demi Moore and
Coralie Farja.
She was the director. You want to try that?
Yeah, let's try that again.
The Substance.
The Substance.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Starring Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley.
Whoa. Directed by.
Oh, what's her name?
Coralie Farja.
Yeah.
Coralie Farja.
Yeah, Coralie Farja.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't want to murder the name. So,
so we went.
Coralie Farja.
Yeah. There you have it.
It's French.
It is French.
She's French.
Yes.
Yes.
She is France.
Yes.
Yes, the home of
oui,
French
oui.
fries. Wait.
Yeah. Well, no, French. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, The
Anyway.
Substance. Whoa, what the fuck? So her previous film, Revenge.
Wow.
Holy shit. I fucking love that movie. That is one of the greatest revenge films ever. Well, that's probably why it's named Revenge, but it is amazing.
Not as good as The Outlaw Josie Wales, but no, I'm kidding. I mean, different genres.
Different genres.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
know.
I mean, okay, here we go.
Revenge was just
brutal.
so brutal, so bloody, so intense. Just talk about not having a moment to breathe in a film.
When it came out, 2017, Revenge, what, 1972, I think, what I Spit on Your Grave was.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm. That was like basically her first big feature film. Just slammed it out of the park with Revenge. Got everybody's attention in the world. Oh, yeah. And since 2017, we've all been waiting, biting our nails, wondering what's going to be.
Yeah, what's coming next?
What's coming next?
And we get The Substance.
We got the Substance.
Which I'm kind of yes and no about it. We'll get into that later, when we come to the end. We'll
I'm very much a yes for The Substance.
Let's the performances.
Oh man,
I'm definitely yes.
I feel repetitive here because we keep having to talk about these amazing female-led performances in all of these horror films in 2024. But I mean, what can you do? It's just one after another, just absolutely killing it.
Yes,
pun intended.
Yes, pun intended.
And for Demi Moore.
Oh my God,
man,
it's amazing. We see a lot of Demi Moore in this movie.
We do, and
a lot of both of them.
We do, yeah. We see all of them. Yeah, in one form or another.
Yeah, and Dennis Quaid is so quirky in this movie.
But he makes my skin crawl.
Yes, especially
when he's eating the shrimp.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm like,
yeah, when he's eating the shrimp. That's straight up like cherry tomato from Lord of the Rings, man.
And that's a testament to a good actor. Yes. Because most actors would be like, I don't really want to portray that.
Yeah. We've got these two previously A-list actors. I mean, these are legends in the industry.
Oh yeah.
Especially heydays have maybe come and gone, but they're still wonderful actors, and that's again a testament to them. They're not afraid to break the mold and come be in a film like this, and I think it's a testament to, as much as I love all the independent films and new stars, it's nice to know that amazing horror films can be made and still be done with named actors and it not take away from the film itself.
And this film is very much an experimental film.
Oh, yes.
Really. And yeah, I'm blown away. And then there's some things that kind of, we'll talk about it.
I mean, this film had to have some industry names in it to have the impact of what the story is really all about at the end of the day, I think. because it's a bold statement, and you know fair well what it's saying.
Yeah, and it's saying, hey, self-centered, egotistical, vain.
Yes,
this really speaks to vanity.
Yeah, absolutely. Hollywood is obsessed with image. Always has been. Probably always will be.
Yes.
But there is a small light at the end of the tunnel because this film exists. It's possible for good things to exist without that.
Right.
And even though Demi Moore is not in her quote unquote physical prime, I love the fact that she was willing to go that extra mile.
Right.
And no, obviously Demi Moore is she's not gone and gained an extra 200 pounds from her previous life or anything like that. Right. But at the same time, she was willing to risk it all and put herself out there in the shape of a woman in her age should more or less naturally probably be in. Because it's not like you see her in full nudity and are amazed at the shape that she's in. Like, it's unrealistic.
Right.
And I don't know if she's ever had any work done or anything like that. And you know what? I'm not here to talk about that because I don't give a shit.
Right.
But bold choices to the actors like Dennis Quaid and Demi Moore to be in this type of film is pretty extreme. Like I'm still surprised that anybody agreed to this and it be a major film release.
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know what's in the fucking sauce for 2024 to be all these theatrical release horror films.
Yeah, I think probably how they got these actors. Like, who's directing? I can't even pronounce her name. What's she done? Oh, one other movie. What's that? Revenge. Have you seen it? No, I haven't seen
watch
it. Here, watch it. So they handed them oh my God, I have to work with this person.
Revenge is so unflinching. And the substance is too in its own way. For sure, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get this out of the way. We're going to get spoilerific. And talking about the substance, we're going to reveal just as much as the actresses did. So not in that way. No, yeah, whoa, yeah, here, I took the substance, and why do I still have man boobs? Anyway, that's not the point here. Point is, if you haven't seen the film, I would urge you to go view it. To get your own opinion on it. So go check out The Substance if you haven't already. Unless you like spoilers, which is fine too. Feel free. Stick around.
Okay.
Let's get into The Substance. So, in a nutshell, Demi Moore's character is an aging actress. Specifically, she's been doing exercise.
Yeah, like Jane Fonda did.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda.
And, of course, just like every other human being, she's getting old.
Yeah, getting old.
And the body changes over time.
And, if her manager, played by Dennis Quaid, hadn't have been such a dick in the bathroom, but he didn't know that
she was in there.
She was in there, and he was talking about how over the hill she is, and we're going to get rid of her. Blah, blah.
What do you do?
Yeah, and if he had known, I don't think he would have cared.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he didn't strike me as the kind of fellow that really cared. We're talking about a guy that eats shrimp. Like, you know what? Anyway,
that scene. Oh,
so yeah.
And what the fuck was he dipping it in? I mean, you don't dip shrimp in anything other than cocktail sauce.
But this was some special rich person sauce. It was probably the stem cells of...
Oh, could have been.
Ooh, yeah. Anyway, let's not go down that awkward, creepy route. Anyway. I mean, we didn't know what was in the substance. Regardless. So...
Stem cells. Of some kind. Yeah.
Do you remember that episode of South Park?
Which one, bitch?
Where Christopher Reeves is eating? That's how the substance is made. Anyway, we got real dark. Let's reel it back in. So aging star doesn't want to age. She wants to be young and beautiful again. Like,
she doesn't want to age, or she doesn't want AIDS. So what did you say?
I mean, she doesn't want AIDS either. She doesn't want to age any further. Neither one are good.
Right. reeling it back in again.
We're going to be reeling for the rest of this episode, probably.
We're like Quint.
So, long story short, she's told...
It was the nurse guy. He was the nurse guy.
Yeah, it was the nurse that said, hey, check out this experimental drug, because that's always a good fucking plan.
Right.
But, when staring down the barrel of
Loaded
what
gun.
you got going on, and your life is fame and fortune, and you've spent your whole career either banking on that because you were in your prime at one point in time, or you're about to lose it all because you can't keep up with age and gravity and all that fun shit. Cellulite. Yeah. So this nurse was like, you should go take some of this shit because it'll fix it all.
That nurse dude was the younger self.
It was. She meets the older version.
Yeah.
So instead of it just being like a miracle shot that you can take and it fixes everything, you've got a whole packet plan to follow.
Yeah, 7-day packet.
Yeah, and so you take all this shit and then you birth out
through your back. Which is, that's, yeah.
God, it's awesome and grotesque at the same time.
It is awesome.
Everything about this grotesque. Is absolutely disgusting. But that also means that I love it. Because I love gore shit. Anyway, so you back shit out of younger... Yeah.
Sometimes, Craig, we must think before we speak. Yeah.
Another version.
Back shit. That's... I like it, though. It's funny. You're back shit crazy. Wait, don't you mean batshit? No.
Nope. Back shit. Go watch. Go watch the substance, you uncultured swine. Figure it out.
Swine Healy. Oh my God.
God damn it.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh my God. Are we gonna make it through this?
No. Everybody's already shut the video off.
Yeah, they're like, these guys are batshit crazy.
We started talking about fetuses and back shit. People
my God, you birthed back shit. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it creates
a younger version of you.
But the problem is now there's two of you.
Yes.
And only one of you can be out and about, if you will.
Yeah.
At one time. You both can't do it. And you have to use the original body to suck the spinal fluid out to keep the new one going. Mm-hmm. And there's a regiment of all these rules.
Right.
Well, there's not a bunch of rules. There's this very specific set of rules that you have to follow.
It's like sucking the adrenochrome out.
But you can't abuse it.
You're
not supposed to do it.
So the writer was watching I Come in Peace. And it's like, oh yeah, I remember that Dolph Lundgren, Matthias Hughes movie, I Come in Peace, that sucking the adrenochrome out, and it's a drug alien movie. Underrated. I think it was also Dark Angel was another title.
All you need to know, you'll watch the movie, is there's a few rules you have to follow, and you have to follow them specifically.
Yes.
And you have to respect that although there are two, you are one.
Yes, 2 and 1. So we find out what happens if one just starts extracting and building up.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't end well.
The younger, newer one abuses the process.
Yeah,
because she is obsessed,
a narcissistic.
She's enthralled and taken captive by the lifestyle, by what it means to be young and beautiful and a celebrity.
And Demi Moore's character probably was like that also.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But not to that extent.
Probably not.
The reason why there's 7 days is you have to let the body replenish. So, and if it can't, then you're both dead.
Yeah.
And so the younger version was just so intoxicated It was a drug.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah.
So there's a lot of metaphors in this film, which I really love. It's touching upon aging and adrenochrome and the psychology of somebody that is such a narcissist and arrogant. It's a bold statement.
Yes,
for Hollywood,
100%. Yeah, that is,
and for fame and fortune and the fountain of youth and like everyone's like, well, if I could find the fountain of youth, I'd go for a swim.
I mean, how many people honestly wouldn't?
Right.
Even at the extremities you have to go, because I mean, knowing the process, I don't think I'm down with it.
Right.
But then again, look at me. It's I don't know. Who's to say? Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
But rings true. It really does. Mm-hmm. And that is the focus of the film as a whole. But there are some other aspects that I think that we cannot ignore. We did talk on the performances on all fronts.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Just, again, amazing. Is The Substance going to be my favorite film of 2024? No, it is not.
It's not going to be mine either.
For some people, it will. A lot of people absolutely think this is amazing, and it is in certain aspects. I think maybe I ended up liking it maybe a little bit more than you did.
Right.
It's personal preference at that point.
Right.
I think.
And the things I love about it is, I mean, the performances. Obviously, I love everything about the film, and how it goes balls to the wall, just viciousness.
Yeah.
Of the younger self. And I love all that stuff.
I think
it's the ending that I thought was too cartoonish for the film.
Okay.
When you talk body horror, the first thing I go to is Rob Bottin's The Thing. Sure. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Absolutely.
I go to
absolute that. Godfather of body horror.
And I felt like it didn't hold a candle to Rob Bottin's. No. I thought it was more along the lines of Bottin's work in Twilight Zone, the movie.
Yeah.
Very cartoonish, which if it had been more realistic, like this chick just falling apart, and not be so cartoon, I would have been like, oh man, it would have been higher on my list for sure.
Yeah,
but it's just the aesthetic of that. I didn't really care for. It was like street trash.
Yeah,
very
street
much
trash. Yeah, it is. It starts off not as cartoony, and then it does start to breach a point. I love the homage that it's paying to all the classic body horrors. Rob Bottin and Thing, any of the David Cronenberg stuff, Stuart Gordon. I mean, they're the body horror. It's a beloved subject and subgenre of horror, and I love it because it's disgusting and gross, but I find beauty in that disgusting and chaos and of the special effects and everything. But I do agree with you to a certain extent because the ending goes bonkers.
Yeah.
And of course the younger one just takes it too far, and then the older one takes it too far. We end up with this grotesque
monstrosity of what used to be human.
Yeah.
And I did like when she took the photo and cut the face out and just taped that on. I did love that. And then everyone's reaction was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like they weren't shocked at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
I think where
the whole ending went batshit crazy.
Oh man, it just goes from the moment the physical fight, because you're not supposed to wake the other one up, but they get up. And there's a physical altercation. Okay, it's an absolute ass kicking.
It is.
It is fucking brutal, man.
Yeah,
between the young self and the old self.
Yeah, and
it just elevates.
Up to that point and that point, I'm like, okay, I'm on board for the film.
Yeah,
you know? But it's just that ending was too much. It felt kind of forced to me.
Fair enough. I can see that. For me, coming at it, I think up until that point, I enjoyed the film. I really liked it. And then when it came time for things to go absolutely bonkers, I was like, yeah, bring it on. I was ready. So it didn't bother me quite as much. Where I ran into that being a problem for me was the stage sequence and the unrelenting spraying.
Oh yeah. I mean, it turned
blood.
into a Tarantino film.
It did, but it
No,
went a little too long for me.
Oh yes,
and that's where I was like,
yeah. I
let's
felt that
dial it back just a bit. Not that I'm not saying that the filmmaker did anything wrong. It's his personal opinion. That
it was too much.
Could
It
have
was
been
forced.
cut
It was,
a lot,
and
still continue to have after whatever leaves,
right?
The stage in the building and goes on and eventually wastes away. It's just because I love all the gross, gory practical effects bits because they did a lot of which I love seeing that in film. But to what you were explaining, where it lost you, I definitely see how and why it would lose a lot of people. It brought me to the brink of losing me in that in that moment.
Yeah, I think that just it tipped me over the edge to where like okay, whatever. Yeah.
But at the end of it all, I was tired.
The film doesn't let up.
No, it doesn't, and
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Some recent films we've talked about: Strange Darling, Smile 2. I am an incredibly anxiety-ridden person. I take medication for anxiety because I have a bad anxiety problem. And watching these films is almost exhausting. Especially Smile 2 really got me in a lot of senses because it's not even foreboding or scary. It's just watching situations happen and you can't stop it or get out of it. And so you're just locked in for the ride. And it's,
and also along with that is all of these films, like Long Legs and Smile 2 and Strange Darling and even this film, you care for the characters and what happens to them.
Yeah.
And when Demi Moore gets the substance and she's going to shoot up for the first time, like, just live your life. Live your life.
Don't
just,
do it. And oh man, okay, needles. I don't know why, because I don't know if many of our viewers or listeners know, but I have an ample amount of tattoos. So, I love it. I love getting tattooed. I love the feeling. Some people can't stand it. Me, love it. It's like almost euphoric for me. But you come at me with a medical needle.
Oh yeah,
fuck off.
Yeah,
fuck off. I don't want any part of it. I don't want it. I don't care if it's a shot or if it's to extract blood. I don't care what it is. I don't even like getting my finger pricked. Okay. So
yeah, I'm sure there's a phobia.
Oh, I'm sure. So when we're going in, and even any injections in the substance, or the worst part is that fucking back extraction.
Oh God, yeah.
And it becomes festered and infected eventually because she keeps doing it.
Trypanophobia.
There you have it, folks.
Fear of needles.
Intense
fear of needles.
I have the medical needle version of trypanophobia, whatever. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, God, it makes me cringe. But yeah, oh man, that gets me. That's a hard watch. But God, that's why I love the genre. I love feeling that. I love it. It's exciting. It's it's exhausting, but
it's a roller coaster ride.
Absolutely.
I love films that I walk out of. Okay, I love films that when the end credit comes up, I'm like,
yes.
Like in a good way, not a bad way.
Yeah. Like I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over because I enjoyed it. I'm glad it's over because I can breathe. Yeah. I'm glad it's over for so many reasons. I enjoy Revenge much more than The Substance. The Substance is fantastic.
Yeah. I agree.
Revenge was absolutely next level.
I agree with that.
Revenge will continue to be my favorite of her films so far.
Right.
But Substance was that. I don't want to take away from it because it was fantastic in its own right. Amazing. Deserving of the accolades it received.
Yeah.
Nobody can actively come out and say this movie was a piece of shit or it was done poorly or anything like that. I think it comes down to personal opinions on how you feel about The Substance.
And, just because I didn't like the ending, I thought it was too much and forced and everything, doesn't mean it's not a good movie, because the story that it's telling is it's compelling, and like I said, you care about the characters. I mean, I wanted Dennis Quaid to get his face smashed in.
Right.
One of the things that I thought about this for a while. If it really would have played up the satire. Dennis Quaid's character at the very end with the entourage, if they would have played up that satirical nature of through the whole thing. Yeah. I think I would have liked it a little bit more.
Okay.
Honestly. Because when it's entourage and everything, and I'm like, that right there. Yeah. That's I think I wanted more of that, I think.
That makes sense. So, makes sense. 100%.
Because I thought that was hilarious.
I think we can wrap up the substance.
I think we can.
Go watch it if you're a fan of the genre at all. Fair warning, it is definitely disgusting. But hey, it's a year for that. It's full of great performances.
I owe Dariana an apology for telling you to watch Terrifier 3. I didn't want to give that scene away, and I didn't know it was going to make you vomit. I'm sorry.
What a double feature.
Oh my God.
The Substance and Terrifier 3. If you want a night full of absolutely balls to the wall bonkers and blood.
Yeah, bonkers and blood.
Double B, bonkers and blood.
All right. Yeah. I think we're out of here, guys.
Chainsaws and back shits.
Did you say ass cheeks and chainsaws?
Yeah, well,
yeah, I know. Ass cheeks, balls, and chainsaws.
Chainsaws and a little bit of back shit.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Like, share, and subscribe. Yes, check us out on YouTube and Spotify. We have other videos and other reviews.
I'm out of here.
Bye.